There's a new One Piece game on the horizon, and it seems to be the biggest One Piece game to date, and yet surprisingly we don't know much about it, but some recent reports are suggesting that it might be an open world game, and I can be more excited. So today here on TGN Anime, we're going through what we know of this game so far and when we could potentially be getting some new information. So far the only image we have for this One Piece game is this one. This is important to say because we might show images of previous One Piece games during this video, but for this new game this is the only image we have, so don't take the other games as, oh, this is what it looks like. No, these are previous One Piece games. But this is a pretty powerful image if you're familiar with the One Piece universe. This is the Holy Land of Marijoa, which is the capital of the world government. This is the Marines headquarters, their stronghold, the land of the world nobles and the heads of the world government. And looking at this image, it looks to be going up in flames. This is huge. Not only has the land of the world nobles not been very explored in the One Piece manga and anime yet, it's one of the most important places in the One Piece world, and to see it destroyed like this, it means some major event has taken place. So this game is either covering something that will happen soon in the anime or manga, or we're about to see a story that takes place exclusively in the game, and it doesn't seem to be just like some knockoff filler, it's actually something important. As for the figure standing in front of Marijoa in this image, it could be a number of characters, but fan speculation is pointing to Dragon. Dragon is Luffy's father, and he's the leader of the Revolution Army. He is one of the few characters who could believably bring about this level of destruction to the Holy Land, and also has good reason to do so, but at this point, this is all speculation. So the setting is kind of crazy and out there, and then we also have some promising stuff as far as gameplay goes. Now, we haven't seen any gameplay yet, but here are the teasers that Bandai Namco is putting out. Members of every corner of the industry are helping with the development of this game. They're pulling all the stops, it seems. We have Shueisha's game director Suzuki Yuji and their media manager Sugita Suguru. They've got Bandai Namco's game manager Nakajima Koji, who worked on a number of previous One Piece and Dragon Ball games in the past. And then we also have Toei Animation's anime producer Koyama Hiroki, who has worked also in a bunch of One Piece movies in the past, as well as the recent Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods movie. This all-star team is all coming together with the creator of One Piece himself, Eiichiro Oda, who usually oversees a lot of these games. And they're hyping up this game as the biggest One Piece adventure to date. These are their words, not mine. At first, this game was announced as One Piece Project Dawn, and it's coming to PlayStation 4 with no news on other platforms so far. According to Gematsu, the official name of this game could be World Seeker, as recently Bandai Namco has filed trademarks for this name in the United States, Europe, and Japan. Shonen Games also discovered the placeholder website that fits this title, but so far this website has not been updated yet, so it's hard to confirm whether or not this will actually be the official title. But today, new leaks have come to light that seem to confirm that this will actually be the name of the game, and also reveal some promising information. A leaked description of the game's weekly Shonen Jump scan reads, One Piece 20th Anniversary New Game for PS4. Title, One Piece World Seeker. Genre, dramatic, free-field action. And this is where it starts to get interesting. First of all, it seems to be PlayStation 4 exclusive, so bummer for those who don't have the console. But I've said it time and time again, if you're an anime games fan and you don't have a PlayStation 4, you're doing it wrong. And as far as game genre goes, we have dramatic and action, and that doesn't say much. Nowadays, any game with a story mode can be called dramatic, so I guess we'll have some sort of storytelling in this game, which was to be expected. After all, it's being teased as the biggest One Piece game adventure of all time. And then as far as action goes, that just goes hand in hand with One Piece games, really. There haven't been many One Piece games that weren't focused on the action in the entire history of One Piece games. And if you look only at recent years, all of them included action, because all of them have some sort of battle or combat system, and that's enough to call it an action game. But the most curious topic in this description of genre is free field. What does that mean? Could we possibly be getting an open world One Piece game? By the way, free field is a very literal translation of the leaked description. It literally reads Furi Firdo, so it's not like we can interpret much from this translation. An open world One Piece game has been the dream of One Piece fans for the longest of times, especially if by open world you actually mean open sea with islands that we can explore. And that is just a huge game, not just by anime game standards, but just by any AAA gaming standards. We're talking about a game much larger than Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which also had this huge huge ocean with islands in between, but to make a proper One Piece game in this style, it would need to be so much bigger than that, and all the islands would need a very distinct look from one another. So I think this is one of those times where we need to temper expectations and just see what else could happen, because this seems just crazy expensive, and I don't know if it's something that they would do for One Piece. I mean, One Piece is huge, and this is the 20th anniversary, so it's natural that they're pulling out all the stops, but we're talking about one of the biggest games in the history of gaming here, and I think that's a ridiculous expectation, so let's temper them a little bit. Let's see what else the free field could mean. If we look at the Pirate Warriors games, they were fairly open. I mean, you were restricted to the bounds of each level, but each level on its own was fairly open. You could go anywhere you wanted on that map. So World Seeker could end up being a level-based game where each level is very open-ended. That's not exactly an open world, but free field fits that description. And of course, we expect gameplay to be nothing like Pirate Warriors. After all, this is the biggest One Piece adventure game ever made. I'd be pretty disappointed if it looks anything like the Warriors game. Anyway, weekly Shonen Jump scans are sure to begin leaking anytime soon, and we'll learn more about it then. If it's worth making a video about, I certainly will update you guys on that in the future. If it's just a couple of minor updates to this that we've been talking about, then I'll probably just post them on Twitter, so make sure you're following me at Globku. Like that. At Globku. Also, Jump Festa 2017 is just around the corner, and we might have some more updates there. Maybe even a first trailer, but again, it's hard to say. It sounds like the game is still very early in development. They might not have anything ready to show just yet. It might be too soon. But even if they don't show anything about World Seeker, I'm still expecting a lot out of Jump Festa this year, because Bandai is going nuts with their announcements. My Hero Academia is gonna get a trailer in Jump Festa. They just launched a 20-second teaser for a Black Clover game, which will also get a full trailer at Jump Festa. Dragon Ball FighterZ should have more character announcements. We might be getting something new for the 7 Deadly Sins Knights of Britannia, because we're getting very close to launch. And I'm hoping for some Shinobi Striker news, but Jump Festa also happens right about the same time as the closed beta for Shinobi Striker, so I don't know if we're gonna get anything new. If there's something new, it might just be in the beta and we get to try it before Jump Festa even begins. By the way, I'm gonna be streaming the Shinobi Striker beta, so keep an eye out for live streams happening next week here on the channel. Not the live stream happening tomorrow. That's my first live stream here, and it's kind of a test to make sure that we're ready for the Shinobi Striker beta. But you're still more than welcome to show up and support the channel. That will tell me that you guys are interested in watching live streams with me, even if it isn't with Shinobi Striker, and that could certainly shape the channel's future. So your support is, as always, very much appreciated. Anyway, that's what we know about One Piece World Seeker so far. Are you excited about all of these leaks and announcements, or do you think it's a bit too early to be hyped about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And we haven't made a One Piece video in a while, so if you want to check out one of the first videos that I made here on the channel, here are the top 10 best One Piece games of all time. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.